Welcome, my magical souls. Welcome to your pick a card reading. In today's pick a card reading, we'll be looking at what is hot as F about you. Now, I can't say the actual word, but you know what I'm talking about. So what is just absolutely hot about you? What do people find very kind of getting the vibe of hypnotic? That's the energy I'm getting. So more of a seductive energy coming through for this reading. So let's just get straight into it. I think the messages, just from what I'm feeling, are going to be very to the point, very straightforward. And I also like to allow for anything else that wants to come through. Now we have 3 piles today. I want you to trust your intuition and choose the pile that you're drawn to. And let's get into it. So pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. So let's see what is hot as F about you. Let's see what messages want to come through. So pile number 1. And it's interesting, I was about to call you number 4 and we don't have a 4th pile. So there's something about you that is unknown. That there's a part of yourself where you may not even be aware of this yourself, that maybe hasn't really activated yet, or there could be like a mysterious component about you that others find really hot about you. Maybe I'm saying they because I feel like there's quite a few people that think you are hot, pile number 1. And it's interesting because I'm having a look at the message that you chose. I am attracting all the abundance and, well, the abundance I desire. Now, I'm not really paying attention to the text. I'm paying attention to the gold. There's something very shiny and glamorous about you. But there is also another side, which I'm very intrigued about, that possibly others want to know more about. You may not even be aware of this. I'm getting it to be honest, I'm getting 2 people in this reading. Whether that's we explore this and it's you with 2 facets of yourself, or whether it's another person that is very involved in this reading. So we'll have a look. But ultimately, what I'm seeing here is that you are very driven, or you are in this headspace of attracting your desires. You could possibly know what they are. You could be very driven by your desires, and others find that very hot about you. I also feel like you're not afraid to chase your desires. You're not afraid to chase your desires. All right. Oh, you got to be kidding me. You've got to be kidding me. I feel like this is going to be the garbage truck. May not be. Please, I'm so sorry if this is the case. You know that the garbage truck comes in my complex nearly every single day. Anyway, I'm moving, so I'm looking forward to that. But right, let's get into it. Let's have a look at the card that you chose. Now, I don't know any of the messages. I read them all with you. This is a zodiac sign. So the energy of the zodiac sign is what people find hot about you. Don't have to be the zodiac sign, okay? You don't have to be. And also with all my readings, please take what resonates, leave the rest behind. Trust your own judgment, okay? This is general readings. Right, Cancer. Interesting, very mysterious. Moon in Cancer as well, belonging. So as soon as I looked at this card, it makes a lot of sense, because Cancer is ruled by the moon in the tarot. So there's a lot of hidden aspects to you that is very, 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 very attractive to other people. We may actually reveal this throughout your reading, okay? You could have a moon in Cancer. You don't have to, but there's also something very calming as well about your energy. Calming, introspective. You could possibly like to reflect on your inner world. You may have a very vivid inner world, which is very, very hot. You know what I'm sensing for you, pile number 1? A lot of you, okay, and what makes you hot, you need to shine. You need to let it out. You need to express it. I'm feeling quite repressed a bit. I'm feeling as if there is so much beauty to you that needs to be seen and has yet been activated. Nonetheless, regardless whether you express what makes you truly hot, your inner life is rich. It's so rich, and it's very spot on. And what I mean spot on is you're very much able to understand the people around you. Okay, when people are in your energy, they may feel understood. They may feel as if you just understand exactly what they're trying to say or who they are. But do you give yourself? Do you let others in to your world? I'm not sure if that's the case. But you leave a lot of people to wonder. Now, I'm going to put that there. And also, you're very sensitive. Look at that, sensitive. And it's interesting when a lot of people would look at the word sensitive as a negative thing, but I feel here you're able to really understand people's emotions and how people trigger your emotions. Okay, which is such a strength, but it can also be intense. So you allow yourself to maybe not give so much of your energy in yourself because you are highly sensitive, and that would just be too overwhelming for you. Okay, let's get the cards and let me tap in. What is hot about you? We're gonna get your magical moments. But with the belonging, people feel as if they can really connect with you, right? Connect with you more on a deeper level rather than superficial. I'm going to get all your cards. I'll just see what wants to come through. Yeah, okay. Spirit just said to me that you may... Ooh. All right. You may show yourself to the world or in specific relationships, but then you may just suddenly drop off the end of the earth. You may have this energy of, I need to remove myself. And that comes off as an energy of, oh, okay, this person is absent. Where did this person go? And I'm referring to you. I think people worry about you in a good way, okay? Not worry about you as if, oh, that person's always making poor decisions. I think they worry about you because there is something very unique about you, pile number one. And people want to protect that. And people want to be a part of it because when a person feels emotionally understood, that's very powerful in their memory. You could definitely be in a lot of people's memories. That's what's hot about you. I want to make sure that we get a lot of cards. So the channel that I heard was Flights of Fancy. So people may imagine what you're up to when you've disappeared. Okay, do you often disappear, part number one? It's hot about you, okay? But when they reunite with you, it's as if there was no distance felt between the two of you or between a group of people. Yeah, I just keep getting an inner world that maybe not everyone can understand, but you should let people in, power number one. You should let people try to understand you. Okay. Even if it's about sharing your vivid inner world slowly, in increments. It doesn't have to be this whole big display. You can slowly open up and test the waters and see how people react. You have you will be loved no matter how you express yourself. You will be loved. You're very lovable pile number. Very. You're the pile where you can screw up, stuff up, do something that maybe wouldn't be forgiven, because there's just, people can't hate you, pile number. I'm trying to figure out why. We'll have a look at the cards. It's more of a feeling. Okay, and I'm intuitively picking your cards, right? And I'll get the tarot. Yeah, it's just to take time to rest. So you need your extra. You know your needs. You know your needs, and that's very hot, right? A lot of people don't know what their needs are. They just sort of like figure it out when everything falls apart, or whenever they've crossed the line. All right, let's turn the cards over. I'm going to turn them all over. You have 3 that have turned over already. The Wise Woman, Cancer, and Justice. This Wise Woman is giving me a magical vibe, giving me this quite a bit of an eccentric. Yeah. I'm happy doing my own thing. People, okay, you're the type of pile that can say some very profound sayings or wisdom, and people may not be at your level to understand what it all means. Okay, you have such an inner compass for what is right. You have it. Look, integrity and justice. These 2 cards basically the same. I think it's because of your level of depth. You can just sense when someone is being taken advantage of, or when someone's not honest, or when someone is crossing your boundaries, or when something dodgy is happening. You can pick it up a mile away. And that is what's hot about you. So people can't be a jokester around you in terms of manipulate you. To be honest, I think you could unconsciously manipulate other people if you're in a lower vibration. But if you're in your higher vibration, you want the highest good for all. Very hot about you. Let's keep going. We have patterns. We have anticipation. I'll tell you about the patterns card. The patterns card does definitely tie into a strong sense of intuition and picking up on what isn't said, but is sort of the elephant in the room. You know that expression where you could be in a group and you could see that there is this undenying sense of something not being said that should be said. Okay, you can see through people's masks, or if they're being pretentious. Now, what is hot is the way that you respond to all this awareness. That you have so much awareness. We have loss. Right, it's getting more and more interesting, your energy. The Self. We have organization. Okay, let me take it in. You've got a lot of number sequences. You have a huge one, a huge number sequence. Now, if you don't know what number sequences are, it's how I read, and it's when numbers go up. Okay, so we have number 1. We have the first self. The first self. Why did I say the first self as if there's a second self? There is 2 parts to yourself. Okay, maybe you know what I'm getting. It's as if, okay, I used to get this, all right? I don't know if it was accurate because I can't read people's minds, explicitly in the moment. It can be a bit tricky. But the way that I look can be a bit deceiving to how I actually am in terms of my personality. I always feel like it doesn't sort of match. There's something like that. Whereas the way that you dress, the way that you look on the outside, let's call it our shell, is a little bit contradictory to your inner expression or how you feel. Now, this is why you're hot, okay? So it's almost like people get pleasantly surprised when they get to know you a bit deeper. I think the people that find you hot will judge you on first occasion. So if you find yourself in relationships, or you have, where people will possibly turn an eye to you or not want to get to know you, I'm trying to put it very nicely, maybe they I'm just getting a vision of you're in a crowd and you go unnoticed, but then something happens and you speak or you start to reveal who you are, and then others start to be shocked or surprised, and they're like, I didn't expect that. That is what is hot about you. Now, I don't know if you're going to find that annoying. Maybe some of you are like, I want my physical appearance to match my insides. Maybe you're just the word would be muse. You know those people that seem to, when you see them, they're always got a different hair color, got a different style, trying a different trend. Maybe you just have a very varied wardrobe. Maybe you like to just dress up. Maybe, you're not the type that wears the same outfit or has a distinctive style. You're very creative. And maybe you wear clothes depending on how you feel. Because I think your feelings can change depending on your interactions as well. You're very fluid. Your energy is fluid, and it's mysterious, but it's also very exciting. All right, enough of that. That's the first house. The first house, I will let you know, is you cannot hide any sort of expression on your face. So if you're feeling angry, it will show on your face. If you're feeling surprised, it will show on your face. It's just the first house, okay, with the self. So I'm sensing people like, okay, I get so many channels, guys. I'm just going to try to just get one out because they go so fast. So one channel is you see someone, or someone sees you, and your eyes are just like, they can show the level of excitement that you have, and it shows, and people love this about you. Okay, so expressive in your expressive physical features. Maybe you do a very funny sort of excited laugh, or there's something here. Maybe you'll know, but if you're sad, people will know you're sad. And you know what? I think that is a good thing. Because even though I think you have a side of yourself that's mysterious, you're also pretty forward. You can't hide how you're feeling. I just think the mysterious comes through the different layers of yourself and the different facets of your unconscious, because I think you definitely live more in your unconscious, your subconscious. So yeah, that's lovely. So let's go to the number sequence. We got the first house, we have loss, and then we have anticipation, and we have pattern. So what people find hot about you is there is something about you picking up on your own patterns of behavior and assessing whether it is working for you, healthy for you, increasing your life, helping you attract the abundance that you desire. Now, I'm sensing there's a lot of people here that you've had a relationship or a karmic completion where that has helped your growth. That's helped your growth. I'm not sure whether it's helped others, but me knowing that you've had a karmic completion in your relationships tells me that you are growing, evolving spiritually, emotionally. You have a lot of wisdom. To have the karmic completion with the wise woman makes a lot of sense. I kind of feel like this man who is still holding on to the rope, his energy is giving me this vibe of, I still hold hope for what was lost between you two. So this male doesn't have to be a male, it could be a male, but it's representing the relationships that are no longer in your life because you have completed the karmic lessons that that relationship or those relationships were meant to bring to you, which tells me that, wow, this could change your social circles and make you a lot more unattainable, which then can represent people thinking you're hot as F because you are now selective with who you will decide to spend your time with. Because if you go through karmic completions in relationships, you become a lot less codependent on others. And it's so fascinating. We go from a 10 to a 0. 10 to a 0. What makes you hot as F is that when people meet you stir some sort of explosive reaction. That is what a karmic pattern is, a karmic connection. It's like an explosive reaction. I feel like that is felt on both sides with both people. And at first, it can be viewed as, wow, this energy is hot as F. I'm being affected by this person. Wow. But I'm trying to explain it. So you're probably thinking, oh no, I don't want to affect people, stir the pot, bring things out of them that can end up being quite messy, guys. However, when it comes into being very, very attractive about you is later on when they're not with you. So let's say, think of some relationships that have suddenly just ended or fizzled out, or you no longer could sustain them because you have leveled up. Your consciousness is very, very evolved with the wise woman. I know that you have developed a sense of integrity, and to develop integrity is to stand in your power and to know who you are. And when we know who we are, we ultimately going to have to leave people behind because we are integrating the self. So what makes you hot as F is that people start to evolve themselves and understand the lessons that you have helped play a part in later on. Okay. When they're older, maybe a couple years later, I don't know, depending on how intelligent they are, or on their journey. Everyone's on their own soul journey. But that's what people find hot is that you will always be in someone's memory. Okay, you will always, if your name is said, doesn't matter if it's been 10 years apart or 3 years, 2 months, there will always be like a lump in the throat. Like, I don't think that was the best expression, but there will be some emotional reaction when they hear your name because of the amount of change that you have, would you say, the influential impact of the connection. Now, it doesn't have to be romantic. It could be a number of relationships. People are also very excited for your company with the anticipation. People Oh, can you see this crow, pile number 1? There's tables here, there's chairs, but there's no one there except you. And I don't even think that's you. I feel like that's this bird is representing many birds. I get this vibe that people don't get to spend much time with you, and when they do, it's a privilege. So you could have people waiting to want to spend time with you, or want to spend more time with you than you can actually provide. That is what's hot as F about you. We have the organization card. Now, the organization card represents two things for me. It represents you being very organized, and it's with the self. So I just feel like you're very focused on yourself. Okay, you understand yourself. You maybe try to understand yourself. You're not afraid of opening that door to learning about yourself, understanding yourself. Okay, there's definitely a higher purpose here with you. I'm also sensing that you are proud of yourself. You, like I said with the integrity card, you've come a long way. The development of yourself and your authentic self. You still have a long way to go. We all do, but it shows to people that you're comfortable in your skin. It shows. And I think you can't be comfortable in your skin if you are on the path of knowing that you're deserving of abundance and have the ability to chase your desires and make them come true. So that's really attractive about you, is that you will definitely go after your desires, even if you step on some toes along the way. Okay. Yeah. You have a really unique perspective, pile number 1 as well. Look at the patterns in your life and alter your perspective to see the world in a different light. Be willing to change and modify your behavior. People see a different side of themselves when they encounter you, which sometimes can be confronting at first, but ultimately it's hot as F, okay? All right, let's get some intuitive messages, a little bit more of what is hot as F about you. Now, these could be general or they could be what we've been talking about. This deck is very messed up. I should sort of organize it, but I never get around to doing it. Okay, let's just put them on the card. Oh my God, lies on justice. So yeah, you can see through people's lies. You could also, that's the karmic completion. It's like, okay, this relationship is inauthentic. It's not showing a higher level of myself. So you've already understood the teaching and the learning from the relationship. So you're ready to let it go. You've evolved. You've become more truthful. It's so funny. It's in the middle of this, right? You have a special mission given by Spirit. That's a big message. It's a very big message. Maybe that's why you have a very vivid inner world. You could also be psychic, very psychic. You could be very in touch with your spiritual abilities, your connection to a higher power, whatever that may mean to you. Regardless, whenever I say that you are spiritual, I mean that you seek a greater sense of purpose. And I think if you feel that, then there's something there, like a mission for you. And maybe you feel like that. Maybe you're already on a special mission and that's what's hot as F about you. But what I get from that card is this yearning for more, yearning for being able to give back in this lifetime, to have a really positive impact. I think you already do. Maybe you're not aware of this as much. To get the karmic completion just tells me that you are very, very powerful. Okay, you have powerful influence, which you could use to better people's lives. I think you already do. Care. Oh, of course. Let's just turn this all over. Turn your self-doubts into appreciation. You have so much to offer. Focus on creating feel-good vibes. Now, this is what you do to other people. You help other people turn their self-doubts into appreciation. I just heard you don't run away from the hard stuff. You don't run away. And people pick up on that and people appreciate you for that. And when I say hard stuff, it's just like the stuff where it can be too much for people to deal with. Whatever comes to your mind, take that. Clairsentient, yeah. Talk about spiritual gifts. Clairsentient is exactly what I mentioned at the beginning of this reading. Clairsentience is the ability to read energy. With the moon in Cancer, you have the ability to sense the elephant in the room, to sense how someone's really feeling, to sense if you can sense the difference between someone saying, I'm fine, but then their energy or their body language, or you could just tell that they're not fine. That is such an asset, but it can also be quite a burden. You will maybe need to protect your energy, and that's why we have the introspective. Maybe that's why you sort of disappear off the end of the earth. You do need your space a lot more than the average person. But that's what's hot as F about you. Care. People care about you. People care. It's on the anticipation. People want to see more of you. Be more a part of your life, but I get this vibe that you can't be there for everyone. So maybe I suggest for you to have some sort of platform, or you may already do this, because your inner world is so beneficial for millions and millions of people. If you can't have millions and millions of friends in a physical sense and be there, because it's just impossible. Like, everyone's so busy these days. How can you, it's so hard to make friends these days. That's why I'm saying a platform for you, or some sort of expression that can be seen by people, because I think you have such a special inner world that needs to be shared. And people are going to, I just get this thing, like, I can't wait for this person to put out this video, or to put out this book, or to put out this podcast, to put out their art. People want to see what you have created. So please, if there's some things you want to create, do it, because it's just going to make a world of a difference. All right, my lovely pineapple ones, that is why you're hot as F. I hope something resonated in that. I really enjoyed tapping into your energy a lot. If you like my vibe, my style, my energy, and you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel, make sure you do so you can see another video of mine. Let's get into pile number 2. Welcome. Number 2. Welcome to your reading. Why are you hot as F? You know what I meant talking. I can't say that word on YouTube, obviously. So let me just tap into your energy, because part of one was quite full on energetically. So I just have to sort of like move that energy on. All right. Okay, you chose I am worthy. I am worthy. I'm worthy. You are worthy. Maybe you're telling yourself I'm worthy. Maybe people find what they find hot about you is that you are worth their time. You are worth, oh yeah, you are. You're so worth their time. You're worth everything to people. You are a hidden gem. I don't think you realize how important you are to people. Or there could be a few people in your life where you mean the world to them. Okay, I'm just picking up this. I'm channeling. If you don't know, I'm highly clairsentient. I have the other clairs as well, but I know that there are a few people that think the world of you. and they want to see you succeed. Now, if you don't feel like you think that's true, this could be something that's coming in the future. You're worth a lot. I think the cards are going to tell us a little bit about this. You know what? I'm looking at this and I'm thinking there's something in particular that you are worthy of that you're not aware of. So I would like to share that with you if we can see that in the cards today. Now, before I channel deeper into your energy, we've got a zodiac sign. I don't know any of the messages. I mean, obviously, except these ones, because they're all visible. But the rest of the cards and the messages, I have no idea. I see them with you. So this is going to be a star sign, astrology, impact, influence. And it's just going to show us a little bit of the energy of why people think you're hot as F, all right? You don't have to be this star sign, all right? Oh, we have eclipse in Taurus. A change of heart, interesting. My eyes were drawn to the heart. Reevaluation. Okay, a change of heart, right. Someone adores you, pile number 2. Why are they coming through strongly here? You know, if it's not one person, it's a lot of people. It's giving me this relationship of lots of highs and lows. You've gone through so much together. And because of everything you went through, you hold a really special place in their heart. Yeah. I'm not getting your energy here, guys. I'm not getting your energy, so we'll have to have a look at the other cards. But eclipse in Taurus is massive change when it comes to love, the things that you value especially, okay? People value you. People value you. But I'm getting this distance. I'm getting this ambiguous energy on your behalf right now. As if you're a little bit wary, you're a little bit cautious when it comes to your heart space. And that's okay, that's fine. This could definitely be why people think you're hot as F, because you're not going to just straight away rush into something. You're not going to straight away give all of your heart to someone. There's a step back is what I'm feeling. A step back to really take in the situation. And whether this person or your relationships are meeting your needs. Reevaluation, right? Reevaluating matters of the heart. We'll get to why people find this hot as F about you. I think maybe you're a little bit, it can give me this vibe of like a chase, like people feel like they have to prove themselves to you, which I'm not going to say is that healthy. I mean, we're here to make no judgment, okay? This is just what people find hot as F about you. If it's of a low vibration, that's you can be discerning of that, okay? I think you're very discerning. You're very discerning. It's giving me this vibe of, you can see someone's behavior and you can see that maybe in the future that behavior will be a detriment to the relationship. Whether that's family, friends, lovers, but nonetheless, people want you. You're in demand. Similar to pile number 1. Okay, let's see if I can see anything else that's coming through. Remember how I said something about someone's really fond of you? Could be a Taurus. It's not to be. Doesn't have to be, okay? For pile number 2, Spirit. I am getting so nervous in your energy. So nervous. I'm trying to figure out whether it's your energy or someone else's. I think it's someone else's. I don't know why. Are you? Do you come off a little intimidating? It's almost like you can hit people's weak spots, and that's what makes you hot as F. And I don't know whether that's you're intentionally doing that. I don't think you are. It's just you have this ability to step back and see the bigger picture within a relationship or within a person. You're not going to rush into things. You're not rushing into things. This is not you. Why am I getting this deck? I do not get this deck until the end of the reading. Must be a reason why. So pile number 2, I'm going to just keep them here. And I'm going to share them with you once I lay out the cards. That is so interesting. I always get those messages at the end. All right. We'll see what it's all about. This is such a unique reading. You have such a unique energy, pile number 2. It's almost as if you have, how do I explain it? In intentions that are not explicit. Maybe you are getting visions of, you plan things in your mind. You're very spot on. People find that very hot about you. You're accurate, you're precise, you're somewhat make people uncomfortable. There's an uncomfortability coming through. Just because of maybe it's just, you know how what I'm feeling? You know how I'm feeling nervous. And when I feel nervous, it's more of like, it's nervousness within someone's presence. So maybe you have a presence that can be a bit strong. And I'm not saying it's negative, okay? Let me fully try to flesh out your presence because it's hot as F. Even though it sounds as if it's a bit negative. Let me see. I'm gonna get your cards. For pile number 2, Spirit, what's hot as F about them? Yeah, you say it how it is. I'm really excited to see what your cards have to say. So let's just I'll get 2 more cards. Why is pile number... All right, I know we have teamwork here, but I'm getting this energy of you standing out alone. You could be more of an independent, on the sideline type of energy. And people like... People don't know what you're doing. People look at you and... You're also unpredictable, like pile number 1. Why? But in a different sense. It's as if you can see right through them and be able to tell them something uncomfortable about themselves. Like you're very good at forming an argument and getting your way. So people can't win you over, but they respect you. I'm trying to put it into words. Your energy is very interesting. Whew. Right, I think you're everyone's wish fulfillment. Everyone's wish fulfillment. I think you also... Why are you so complex, pile number 2? It's annoying, but it's amazing at the same time. All right, let me just get all your cards and we'll figure it out. 5 of Cups. Wow, confidence. We've got a lot of synchronicities here, so I'm gonna have to bear with me because I really want to pick up the energies. All right. Like I said before, let's have a look at your intuitive messages because they wanted to be seen first. And then I'll read all the cards that I've turned over. We have a breakup. Right, I'm going to put the card here. We have powerful. You are powerful. We have rage. Oh my goodness. Oh, we have ego death. Far out. Okay, this is a very complex energy. And I know why Spirit wanted me to bring the intuitive messages out first, because it's just gonna give you a lot more clarity. Right. What do people find as hot as F about you? You're not attached to things. Okay. I just kind of sense that you are strong on your own. People, why am I getting this? This is so funny. Okay, people may want to break up with you, get back together with you, break up with you, get back together with you, right? This could be your past, or you could recognize this pattern. You could be the type of person that if something doesn't work for you, you'll just break up with it. You'll just be like, enough is enough, which is very powerful. I think you knock a lot of sense into people, part number 2. Knock a lot of sense into people. And at first it can be quite uncomfortable with the Rage card. People could get angry at you, or you facilitate some strong emotions in people, which end up having them to be forced to face their ego. Look at the 5 of Cups. Ooh, the energy of this reading is so intense that I just want to go and curl up in the corner of a room and stay there. You know what okay, power number 2. I feel as if you got to be careful with your words. And I'm not telling you that you can't say what you want to say what you want to say, but it's so twisted, because this is what's hot about you. The best way I could describe it is you say the truth, but you say it in a way that could, make people angry or sad or upset, because maybe they weren't ready to hear the truth. But I'm also getting another channel. Pile number 2, you have a lot of admirers. You have people that want to reach your level. You have people that want to be where you are. You have people that want to be like you. There is such a level of respect, and it's if, And when you say something when you speak up for yourself, let's just put it like that. When you speak up for yourself, it may come across a little insensitive to those around you, but you're just blunt. You're just, why hide the truth? And I think that can be very hot as F. But there's definitely a level of sadness that comes to your attractiveness with others. So let's have a look at the cards, right? You're definitely a powerful presence. You're definitely the energy where people want to, they become so irrational in their behavior because they want to try to seek your approval. People with the Saint Lucy, who she's blind and she can't see the truth of the situation, but she is just, she can without physically seeing. But I'm looking at it in a whole different, I'm intuitively reading this card for not the meaning that it says. So don't come for me in the comments. This card is giving me a different interpretation. It's giving me the vibe that they can't see themselves or the situation clearly because of how much they are maybe entranced by your hypnotic presence or something. Like, you have an energy about you that is very, how do I say it, commanding, or I am having trouble. I'm having trouble. I never have trouble with a pile and expressing an energy. So this just tells me, tells you it all, okay? You're very confident. You are probably really good at being in a team, or everyone wants you on their team, if that makes sense, okay? You're the real deal. You're almost like the cheerleader, or you're almost like the popular girl or the popular boy, even if you don't think of yourself as it. That's what other people see you as, right? I'm getting other people's impact that you have on them, okay? This is less about you and how you see yourself. This is more about your influence on others, okay? So you may not see yourself like this, but other people want to be like you. We also have the North Node Destiny, which tells me that you are possibly in your North Node, which means heading towards your purpose. You maybe have a strong destiny for something that you want to fulfill. You know your North Star. It's like you are, you could possibly already be successful, have many wishes fulfilled, or you may have many wishes that want to be fulfilled. I definitely feel you have a strong destiny, because look what you have. You have your family, friends, and guides. Could be your spirit guides here with you. Let's have a look at this card. Give yourself permission to daydream. Your imagination is supportive of manifesting the life you desire. So yes, you're probably very good at manifestation, but I'm sensing this is other people. People are imagining their life with you. People daydream about you. That's what hot as F about you. I don't know. I'm still trying to conceptualize why people are so impacted by your presence. I'm not seeing it clearly enough, and maybe it's something that's just felt it's really hard to describe and understand. I'm gonna be honest. You know what? I'm gonna ask Spirit a little bit about why people are so drawn to your presence. This is what makes you hot as F. Wow. Okay. We have deception. You know what? I kind of feel like that's you. I'm getting people are scared of you. Not because you're going to deceive them or anything, but because maybe they feel like they see right through you. No, you see right through them. That's what I mean. Maybe you're very determined with your goals. You do give me this energy of a very strong person who is going after some big things in their life with a visionary. But what I'm getting from this, capacity to envision what is not yet conceivable to others. Like, I can't conceive what it is that is so impactful of you, pile number 2. I wish I could put it into words. Your energy is the type of energy that I would want to try to understand, but I'm never going to understand it. And I just have to accept that. So, very complex and intriguing, but still very strong and predictable. There's definitely a very strong will coming through for you, a strong will. I think maybe as contradictory as this sounds, you could be a huge contradiction. That's what's hot as F about you. But as much as you scare people, you are some sort of comfort for them. Let's get one more card. What is hot as F about you? Nourishment while waiting. See? It is so bizarre. It's like you nourish them with your absence. But they're also, people find something within you that they feel is what they need in themselves to get further in life, or to be more, or to go the distance, or to be a better person. Like, we can see that this little chick, I get the vibe when I looked at it was that this little baby chicken is just hatched, or this baby chicken is just ready to learn to fly. But before they fly for the first time, let's not say it's a chicken, let's say it's a bird. I mean, it's a bird, right? This bird is wanting to fly for the first time, flee the nest. Now that's a huge milestone. And there's something that before they take their first flight, let's call it that, they're waiting for you to say go. You can do it. Now, I want to cry when I just said that. So people hold tightly to what you have to say and your input. Now, this is what is hot as F about you. This is why you've got to be careful with your words, because people will literally, whatever you say, it will determine a lot. And I'm not saying that's your responsibility. I'm just telling you what people find hot as F about you, okay? You have that power to, which I don't think is very good, because I think people should determine for themselves and realize things themselves. However, you have this effect that people just look up to you and respect you so much that they will take what you have to say and be willing to change their whole life. So I'll give you that to think about, because it's too much for me to hold, because you're so intense. Don't get me wrong, I love it, but it's a lot. It's a lot, especially because I'm not easily sort of like persuade to do things, because I have got more of a solid sense of self compared to what I'm picking up here. So it's just like feeling like your energy is like a magnet, and I'm being pulled to you, even though I know that I can think for myself. So I'm gonna have to sort of come back, because I'm sure you have some amazing things to say, and I think a lot of people would make such great positive changes from you, not just negative. You get what I'm trying to say, part number 2. All right, I am going to pick one more card for you to finish off why people find you hot as F. We're gonna go with the fairy deck. Woo! We have, the Oath. Look at this. They want to commit to you completely, or there's something reliable about you. There's something, pledge, promise. A promise that you can deliver. You can deliver. You also maybe have some professionalism that I'm getting. Like, you could be an expert in something, or have a lot of knowledge about something, or you just come around as a well-respected person that people look up to. So I hope that these messages resonated. Okay, very powerful influence. So please be aware and use it for good, not evil. Okay, so my lovely pile number 2s, this is your reading. I hope something resonated in that. If it did, and you like my style and my vibe, make sure to subscribe so I can see you in another reading. Okay, let's get into pile number 3. Pile number 3, I love your energy straight off the bat. I love you guys, and I love all the piles, but your vibe is my vibe. So not just because what it says I trust my intuition, and yeah, you obviously all think probably that I trust my intuition. I do, but it's more about the energy that I'm feeling. Okay, that I really like, the energy that I'm sensing. And this is what makes you hot as F. You are this type of energy where people feel relaxed. Okay, people feel that you don't. And I know that everyone comes with baggage, but I think you've dealt with your baggage, or you've healed your baggage, or you're trying to, or you don't let your baggage leak into people's lives. But I'm getting like a relaxed, fun, willing to try new things, go on adventures, see the world, be open, curious, willing to try new things. And overall, positive. You have a positive attitude. And I think that matters a lot when it comes to why people find you hot as F. You're likable because you're genuine. And you see the positive. So we're going to dig deeper, but let's have a look at the zodiac sign that you chose. So you chose, an astrology influence. I don't know any of these energies until you see them. So let's have a look. You don't have to be this star sign, by the way. Okay, it's just the energy that people find you hot as F. Pisces. Oh, lovely. Very nice. Very, very nice. Moon in Pisces. Wonder. You allow people to wonder. You allow people room to to be themselves, to explore. I always find the moon in Pisces is a very imaginative energy. Okay, so you could inspire people to imagine more for their lives, or to imagine that they could be more than they currently think that they can be. There is definitely an element of dream big. You help people dream big. So when you come into people's lives, maybe their life feels as if it's a bit mundane, it's all planned out for themselves, nothing's going to change, I'm in what's presented to me is it. There's no room for anything new. But when you come in, I get this energy of fresh air. It's like, wow, you really think I can do that? Or you really think that I can you think that there's time? I get time coming through for you. People, you're definitely the pile of awakening, maybe someone's inner child, awakening. Let's just say the word awakening. I'm getting specific channels, so I'll just say a few. Maybe someone's in a job that they absolutely hate and they think, I'm stuck, I have to provide for a family. And then you come in. I don't know what you do. I'm getting magician vibes as well. But you make people believe that there is more and it's achievable. It's not just a fantasy. So that requires them to believe in themselves, which then is some awakening happens in your presence. But ultimately you have such a likable, it's almost like a carefree, it's almost like you don't care, that helps them let go of maybe being stagnant in their lives. It's like, I just keep getting your fresh breath of air to people, and that's what people find so hot about you. And it's not in the traditional sense. It's not like you are this powerful being that asserts their authority. You're actually the opposite. You could be a person that doesn't require much in their life in terms of position of power or belongings or status or money or whatever. You're just more into people being able to be comfortable in their existence and not have to think that they are, I was going to say trapped. Well, I'm going to say trapped, or that it is it. This is it. It doesn't have to be, this is it. There is more. There is more. You may actually open people up. You may get like a different side of people. Okay. You make people wonder, oh, okay, maybe it is possible. Or is this possible? But you're so calm. Maybe that's why I like your energy so much. With the hungry ghost. Oh, wow. All right. Okay, what else? I'm going to tap in a little bit more. I'm going to get channels while I get your cards. For some reason, I feel as if you're going to get a lot of magical moments. And when I say magical moments, I just mean connections between the cards. Yeah, you make people feel comfortable. You accept everyone. Like if you're in a group situation, you'll include everyone, and you don't put pressure on people. And it's usually not putting pressure on people that helps allow for people to see that there is something more, right? It's almost, because I feel when people have a lot of pressure put on them, that's when they can become very rigid and stagnant and stuck. But you just allow for so much love and comfort and peace and acceptance. Oh, that's so nice, pile number 3. I want to be your friend. Yeah, I just get very imaginative energy. People could find themselves trying new things when they encounter your energy. Trying something different that they don't usually try. Whoa. Okay. We have a back and forth. I'm just getting your cards. What else for it? You restore people's energy, okay? So if people feel, because I'm getting people feel tired, people feel just as if their life has lost color and it's black and white, but you come in and, well, you're like their rainbow. You could also instill a lot of hope to people. All right, let's have a look at your cards. Keep trying. Sacred boundaries. Okay. Whew. All right. Oh, that's so nice. That is so, so nice. I'm having a look at the cards that have turned over. Pile number 3. What is very, 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 very hot about you is that you are not attached to things. Look at this: obsession, scarcity, consciousness, and attachment, hungry ghosts. So that's the vibe of maybe someone's shadow side ruling their existence, whereas they can't let go of a part of themselves that is not real. Which can result in obsessions. But when they meet you, it's almost like that breaks away. Those, let's call them false attachments, break away. They cannot be a hungry ghost with you. They cannot have some false connection, or let's just say false ideal of you, because they're just fully, you fully allow them to be calm and themselves. There's no, you don't trigger anything in them that is toxic. So this is what people find very, very hot about you. Let's go down here. Let's go to the number sequence. So we have a 4 and a 5. Keep trying and back and forth. So what this means is back and forth. Something is there, but then it's not. Maybe it's giving me the vibe of one step forward, one step back, one step forward, one step back. But you don't get to where you want to be because you just keep taking steps back and you're just staying in the same place. Now, that's tied with keep trying. So what people find hot as F about you is that you remain very optimistic and keep trying, even if there are setbacks in life. You don't let the obstacles and the challenges seem like a big deal, because it's like a larger than life consciousness that you have. You see the bigger picture, power number 3. You see the bigger, maybe it is because you do trust your intuition and you're just this huge dreamer. Look at this, the Ace of Wands, which is that surge of inspiration. It does represent a new beginning, career, travel. Let's have a look at the other cards that are with these cards. It's interesting because this Ace of Wands is at night. It's at nighttime, and the moon in Pisces is at nighttime. There's something significant about maybe people dream about you. Maybe people think about you late at night, right? Maybe you have like a telepathic connection with others. Very telepathic. You know, maybe you experience a lot of synchronicities. They experience a lot of synchronicities. It's that kind of hotness. It's like a magical, dreamy hotness. Let's turn over more. Yeah, universe. Freaking hell, of course it is. So more nighttime. See the synchronicities that are happening already? People may look up in the night sky and think of you. I know that sounds cheesy, but when they look, okay, it's giving me this energy of they're alone. People are alone, or maybe one particular person, and they look up into to the night sky, and they just they feel like there's something bigger out there for them. And I think that energy is how they feel about you. So we keep going. Look at the blues. All right. Imagine, oh wow, wow, wow. More blue, more blue, more blue. Calming. With the winds of change, you help. It's almost like I look at this lady and I feel as if she's frozen. She's got, like these leaves are frozen. And people unfreeze themselves with you. Nothing is lost as it may appear. You make people believe that there is more out there. More than meets the eye is what I'm feeling. We have challenge. Yeah, wow. Oh, we have passion. Yeah, there's a level of motivation. You help motivate people through tough times in a very calm energy. Look at this, challenge, square. We have, and this isn't your energy, this is other people, okay? I feel like this is when people feel challenged, when people feel like there's tension, when people feel back and forth as if they're not moving in the direction that they want, if people feel like things are holding them back, You allow them to release that attachment or work through that heavy energy in a very calm way. I just get the energy that I'm feeling right now is as if it's really silent and meditative. You could have a very nice speaking voice, meditative speaking voice. Your presence could just automatically make someone calm. And I wonder why you're so calm. It's possibly because you trust your intuition, or you have a strong connection to spirit, or you are just very, it's almost like you have an angelic presence, power number 3, an angelic presence. You make people believe in new beginnings. Can you see these 2 new beginnings? New direction, new beginning. People may change their life in a big dramatic way once they meet you. Because you believed in them. You had faith in them when no one did. When no one cared. So we have 1111. That could be significant because I'm reading this as a double number, which is when we have 2 cards with the same numbers, and it is 1111. So there's something very synchronistic about that, I feel. You could be seeing 1111. People may start to see synchronicities and signs once they meet you. It's what's hot as F about you. There's something that they can't fully grasp about you, but they appreciate you immensely. Yeah, you could definitely be a healer as well. Just because there's a level of healing that has happened within you. I'm sensing it. Look at that. We've got the snake. You bring excitement back to people. I do feel like you will attract people that have gone through a lot, pile number 3, like a lot, and have almost given up, but you were there. You were there, so they didn't give up. I know that may feel like, what? That's a lot for me to carry, but you should pat yourself on the shoulder of how well you can navigate a tough, challenging situation with composure. There's so much composure here. Maturity. I'm just getting this vision of like a monk who is like meditating. People just, you don't even have to speak. People just sit next to you and they're enlightened almost. I know that sounds as if it's a bit over the top, but your energy is over the top. Your energy is just, your words speak louder. I mean, your energy speaks louder than your words, but I'm sure whatever you have to say is very important as well. But ultimately, you allow people to accept themselves with where they're at without judgment. Huge, huge, huge thing that makes you very, very hot. You're not here to judge anyone. All right, let's get a few last messages. Let's get some intuitive messages, pile number 3, before we wrap up. Okay, anything that Spirit may want to share with you or what we've been talking about, okay? Writing and communication. Okay, so your communication, your writing is very, very attractive. This could be your calling, or you may just help people with your communication. We have blessings around the corner. Keep going. Wow. All right, let's get the other one. Magic. Of course you're magical. This whole, yeah, it is. You have magic, okay? Or you see magic in your life because you believe in it. The pain you feel is what you need right now. Feel the emotions. You'll be okay. This pain will help you grow. So this is telling me, all right, this tells me that, of course, you go through stuff. You're human, all right? When you go through painful experiences, pile number 3, what is hot as F about you is that you know that you're going to be okay and that you'll get through it. Whoever or whatever breaks your heart will never ever get rid of your higher power, or to believe in a higher power, or your faith. So this is giving me the vibe of the 9 of Wands tied with Magician, right? That's a powerful duo, even though I didn't get that many tarot for you. I only got the Ace of Wands, which is just that force of new inspiration. Okay. It's almost like when people go through heartbreak, there is light at the end of the tunnel. And that's what you do for others. So power number 3, that was your reading. I hope something resonated, okay? If it did, if you like my energy or my style of reading, make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel so I can see you in another reading.